going on, everybody? Going to talk about some Baofeng alternatives here for entry level, pretty much entry level. I would say maybe mid-tier. Some of them $150 or less, maybe. But the Wouxun UV9D is it's still out. It's a little bit older, but it's a great little radio. I'd rather have this one than a lot of these other little radios. So I'm going to talk to you guys and compare some of these a little bit, just to talk about them. This is a dual band. The reason I got this one is cool because this was, you're going to think this is funny. This is going to be my sacrificial radio for a crossband repeater. So I'm going to carry this one with me and transmit, use something else, you know, and use this as the repeater. Position this somewhere with a little you know, elevation or something, and that's going to be, that was essentially my crossband repeater radio. So I didn't, if I overused it and burned it up, the the cycle on there, if I burned it up, you know, I'm not out a whole lot. But yeah, other than that, it's a great little radio, and it does have crossband repeat. Pretty cool. It's got 2 channels, or 2 buttons up here. The second one here is a channel selector, volume. A real good radio, you guys. I don't know why people don't have more of these, because these are excellent. This one is the UV8H. That's a cool radio, you guys. I would recommend this one any day. So 160 bucks. I'm not affiliated with these guys. I don't have any links or nothing down below. I'm not making money on this one. Just sharing with you guys, especially new users. This is I think my point of this video is to, like, you can buy the Quansheng for 25 bucks. Go buy it. That's cool. But this is not your go-to main radio. Have fun with this. This thing has spurred on. There's whole website, Facebook groups for this thing. You can do so much, which is a great hobby. I love it. It's actually a hoot. I got 2 of them. One I can experiment with, and one I'm going to leave factory, you know, the firmware and stuff. You can flash the firmware on this thing, which I did. Have fun. That's not the scope of this video, but all of these little Baofengs I have down here are good, fun little radios. This one's unique too. It's the 5RA. It's hard to get. In fact, every time I go look, they're out of stock, but cheap. Bigger battery on it. Super good little fun radio to goof around with. I use this all the time around here. Plus, it's nice looking. It's both of these are really cool little radios. Yes, by all means, go get these if you're into these things. These are an absolute blast to play with, especially the Quansheng, where you can get all kinds of different firmware for it. But I'm talking about actually getting your main HT for ham radio use, on the air use, and the UV8H, the UV9D, pretty much any of the Wouxun radios. But obviously you guys have seen me do, if you're watching the channel for a while, I've done like a 6-part series on this one, the UV9D Mate. This should be just my favorite top Wouxun videos, because I have a lot of them, and this is still one of my, I carry this thing almost all the time. I'll show you guys this one, but this was $220. It's a little more expensive. I carry this one since I got it, probably a little bit more than this one here. I like both of them the same, different you know, kind of a different vibe, of course, but still really cool. And I like the one of the favorite things I enjoyed about this is having all the 10 different scan groups in there. You can have 10 different groups of frequencies. Say you're going to a different state, you can, or a city or something, and you can program wherever you're going through repeater book and chirp, just upload the new repeaters into the new bank, and there you go. There's a lot of room in this radio. And same thing with this radio too. There's scan groups, which I really love about that. I go to certain different areas traveling and different states and part of the states and whatever. I have different frequencies programmed in, and then I can scan those bands or those groups and when I'm there. So about 220, about 150. I've seen this RNL has it for 139 sometimes. Man, at 139, you guys, that's a heck of a bargain. Now you're gonna hear, when I first got this thing, this one, I said, oh, the display really isn't an issue in the sunlight. Well, every single HT, pretty much, except for the LCDs. If I don't have one here, maybe this Yaesu, maybe. In direct sunlight, every HT is pretty much going to be a problem. There's a thing called shade. Do this with your hand and you can see it. It's okay. Not a huge thing. But in the direct sunlight, yeah, the screens kind of fade out. Cool radio, man. One of my favorites. So the UV8H is kind of, I'll compare it to this Baofeng right here. The UV17 Pro GPS. That's what they look like there. I absolutely love this radio too, you guys. Let's just go to that one right now. The spurious emissions on this one on some frequencies are not good, but some are. They do pass. This thing is fantastic. Same thing on this one. You got the banks, the memory banks in there, and it's so easy on the menu to get to these things. You literally push menu, and you push menu again. You're already in banks, and they call them zones, and you can click up and down to different zones, hit enter, and then exit. That's it. You can, and then just hit scan. You got your little zigzag down here sign, and then this has got weather. I mean, super cool. Airband on this thing. Apparently, my research says that these things actually have a true airband receiver in them, which is awesome. The Woshin does airband as well, but you got to go program that in. I can't remember if this one does or not. I apologize. I don't use the that one for airband much. The Alinco DJ VX50 is the next one, and I did several videos about this. I complained a lot about the software, Alinco not supporting the software on this one. I don't know why. You got to buy the RT system software for $50, and then you have full access of the menu in here, because there's no way to program airband into this. Save the channels. You can scan the airband frequency range, just scan it, kind of like in scanning VFO or something, but you cannot input channels and scan your tower channels or your approach frequencies or anything like that, but you can in RT systems. And this thing is super cool too. It's waterproof, good battery life. It's got the channel selector on there. I use a Nagoya 24J on these things, a lot of them. Nagoya radios or antennas are probably one of my favorites. So yeah, this one's great. It's got FM radio, NOAA weather, easy access to get both of those. This thing's been sitting for quite a while, and the battery still had good charge on it. So speaking of that, this Yaesu FT65, this is another one I highly recommend. This thing's been sitting a year, and the battery has held a charge. This thing has full charge. It is incredible. So good quality radio, super cool on this one, you guys. I would say entry level to mid-tier, lower mid-tier on these ones. But yeah, these are some of my favorites. Obviously, I purchased them. I purchased every single one of these with my own money. I have a kind of a purpose behind it, and I do the reviews, you know, for the channel and stuff. But yeah, I use every one of these radios at some point, and I have a good time with them. So, and I do like the Baofangs and the other, you know, variations of them. One quick note on this: the UV 9R Pro, the older ones did not have this is a waterproof radio as well. The older ones did not have a USB-C, but the ones you buy now actually do have it. And you can purchase a battery for, I think it's $18.50 on Amazon for that one. So yeah, you guys, cool radios. They're a lot of fun. HT radios are, I don't know, just a good time to pass the time, to experiment, to play, to learn. But what I think, my point of this video is to, besides the Baofeng, I did show you a couple there, but besides that, make sure it's a good choice, just my opinion. It's a good choice to have a good solid radio for on the air. This thing has gotten so many incredible audio reports. So has the Alinco DJ-BX50. Yeah, all of these are real good. I could just keep talking about them. So there's a few of my favorites, you guys, and I hope you like them too. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I buy Baofangs all the time, but I'm going to start sending them back because if they're not acceptable to use on the air, it really limits the use. This one that I just did the review, I really dig this radio, man. The spurious emissions are unacceptable for a lot. The only band this passed on was 220, and they don't even advertise this as a 220 radio. So yeah, I don't know, man. Put that screen and in a waterproof setup, this just like this case, program it like the UV17 GPS, use that firmware in there, and give us a good battery like the GPS, like cross these two radios and give us waterproof, and maybe put, instead of a flashlight, put a channel selector up here. That would be cool. I'm building my favorite ultimate dream Baofeng. You know, it's possible, they can do it. I'd pay more money. Like, obviously I paid a lot of money for these radios, $159, 100, say another 159, $100, 220. I mean, Baofeng is kind of missing the boat here. Like, I really dig this radio. Make it better for us. Sure, keep the cheap ones, that's fine, but if you're gonna tease us with something like this, for crap's sake, give us something that you can use on the air and not worry about it. But overall, it's a fun radio. I would get this one. I have a few of them actually. So if I was to recommend one Baofeng, that'd probably be it. But even that, it still has the harmonics were not good on some frequencies. So anyhow, you guys, I hope you liked that video. Just a fun little discussion. Just sitting here thinking about things like that, and because I really was frustrated with this radio. I wanted to like it, and I do like it. It's just a bit underwhelming. It's like, oh man, but you only pay $29. Let's fix those problems. Let's fix the USB charging problem on this one, and man, you know, ask $10 more for it or something. I mean, it seems to make sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the boat myself, but that's, you know, I'm the consumer. So are you guys watching this video. Is that what you guys want? I want something more like this, right? Or like this. And same message to Alinco. Support your own radio with software. All these other Chinese ones do, for the most part. So yeah, I could sit here and discuss this for a long time, you guys. But just some food for thought on HTs and ham radio stuff. So hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think.